Anyway. They first rotate Jhin. I guess because they banned Thresh, they don't want to play Jinx Thresh again. And Reckless doesn't want to play Lucian Nami either. So pick Jhin, counter pick support on 3. They go Lee Sin, Jhin, Leona, which is really good 3v3. But I think you have a losing bot lane, and I think you have a losing jungle matchup as well. I don't really know how Viego Lee Sin is, which is kind of sad because I'm a Lee Sin one trick. Every time I played against Viego's Lee Sin, it's fucking annoying. It feels really, really hard to win. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, that was my feeling when I played this matchup. I've never really asked any pro players what they think of this matchup, but yeah, anyway. 3v3 for Kcorp is better if it's just a straight 3v3, but it'll never be a straight 3v3. Because, yeah, Lucian Nami will have bot push always, I imagine. Unless they get lane ganked to make a mistake somehow. Anyway, Syndra 4th pick. Which is really weird, because... Does Seika not play Orianna or something? I think Orianna blind pick is much safer than Syndra blind pick. But Syndra Lee Sin is really good. But why is it that they play Syndra Lee Sin on game 3 and not game 1? Anyway, Hatrix picks Yone, which again, not a fan. I just don't like these mid jungles being picked into Lee Sin Syndra. Like Yone, Viego, you know, the Gwen makes up for it a bit, I guess. Renekton. So you have losing top 2v2, losing mid jungle 2v2. I guess your bot lane has to push. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, what would I have done differently? I think the Syndra pick in this kind of series, I think Orianna is probably just better. I wonder if there's a better top laner you can pick, but Kennen, Camille, Jayce last pick into Gwen. I see Gwen being picked a lot into Jayce, so I don't know. I think it's those situations where you ask your top laner, like, what's good here? You know? He'll always know what's best, and even if he's wrong and he thinks it's better, then it's comfort anyway. There's a few crazy things you could do, right? You could pick something like fucking Blitzcrank on support as well into Lucian Nami or something. I don't know. You could pick some crazy shit, but I think it's pretty standard stuff. You could pick Graves top, but yeah, not that useful. I think Renekton is good. What patch is on 11.24? Yeah. Yeah, I think Kcorp's draft is not bad. The problem with Kcorp's draft is it's like the scaling is not that great, of course. It's pretty obvious to everyone that Kcorp scaling is pretty shit. And Koi Squad scaling is fucking nuts. Like Yone, Gwen, Viego is... yeah, the scaling is pretty nuts on those champs. Especially into Lee Sin Renekton. But Lee Sin Renekton is... it's not a great top jungle 2v2. But if you're ahead at minute 5, then sure. I'm not a big fan of Renekton Lee Sin myself. Wait, was Kennen open? Where the fuck's the draft? No, it doesn't. How is Gnar on this patch? Is it shit? I don't know how Gnar is on this patch. Why aren't these teams picking Akshan? I think he's really broken right now. I don't know. I see a lot of pro players playing Akshan in solo queue. It's one of those things where it's like, do these players have games on Akshan? Do they think it's good? Because what I've seen, when I see Akshan, it looks like a solo queue pick because you're literally just playing like Ignite, Akshan top. You're having the push and you're so fucking vulnerable. It's crazy, and you have to play for this lane. I don't know, there's not that many good... I think Akshan actually has a pretty high skill ceiling. I haven't seen that many good Akshans. Why does Gwen go Ignite? I think it's good. I think going Ignite is really good in this matchup. Gives him pure 1v1, helps him win the 1v1. What other rune is he going to go? It's not like Flash is going to help him in this lane, is it? Flash is not going to do shit in this lane, I think. And Gwen never really runs Flash. Maybe he could go Ghost, I guess, but... I think Ignite is fine. If he thinks he can win 1v1 with Ghost, sure. Okay. Both junglers pathing into their pushing lanes again. I don't think this Jhin... I mean, the Jhin lane will never really get the push, but they're going to be behind, of course. Like he's playing 4 pots boots, of course, so he's never really gonna die. But yeah, Lucian Nami is pretty favored in isolation. Mid pushes in favor of Syndra. Top pushes in favor of Renekton. They're gonna dive top on this wave. Dude, the 1-1-3 has been really good in the early game. Like he's all 3 games in a row, he's diving a lane level 3. This time he didn't hover around mid. Last time he hovered around mid was because he had an extra camp, and he probably thought the Viego had a gank there, but they had kill pressure in that game, but they don't have kill pressure in this game. They were playing LeBlanc Lee Sin last time. Now they're playing Viego Yone. Don't think they can do shit until level 6 at best. Even then, I'm not sure if they can do anything against Syndra Lee Sin. This guy's dead. He can use his W. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he'll dodge nothing from the Syndra, I guess. Good juggle. Both flashes invested. Syndra will have to base and TP mid, but Gwen will have to TP top. So Yone will have TP advantage maybe if he bases on this wave. Why is Yone staying? I don't know why Yone stays there. Like, Syndra dives top, he pushes the wave. What is he running forwards for? He does the recall. There's not much to do here. The waves... There's nothing to do here, actually. Unless he's going to run dive bot. Because when I come out of the replay, now I see Yone is flashing away after the wave has arrived. And now he has to base and TP anyway. I feel like Hatrix could have just based and saved TP there and actually had a really good state. All in bot should be in favor of Lucian Nami, but they're really griefing. Oh my god, man. What are they doing? Oh, Leon is dead. Here comes Hatrix TP advantage. What is that Lucian doing? Did that Lucian just dash into their creeps and into a tower? He's up 10 CS and he's dashing into a tower? I guess, I mean, I can see why he's doing it, because he's level 3. But they have heal advantage in this lane, and the Nami doesn't even ignite him. Like, I exhaust him, sorry. I think the Nami has to walk up way earlier and exhaust this guy. But I can see why they do it. He's obviously thinks that Jin's going to hit this creep, so he can dash forwards, but I think he's tanking too many creeps. I don't know how many creeps he's tanking, like how much damage he's taking, sorry, but he's taking a lot of damage, I think, from the creeps here. I think these range creeps hit him like 5 times. So this was a little bit too much. I think he wins this. I mean, his jungler's like enemy jungler showing mid, and Reckless is stepping up for a creep, and they have a level advantage. So I can see why he's going all in. But yeah, I don't think he has kill pressure. They have no ignite. They can't kill him. I think they just have to keep the push, and they should win all ins. Anyway, they have TP advantage in mid. Doesn't matter. Yo, tank play, thanks for 10. They have TP advantage. Leona dies. They push in bot wave anyway. So Lucian's still in a great spot. Yeah, Reckless can't really step up this wave. I mean, he can soon. He should be able to step up like now. Yeah, you just have to estimate Viego base. And if Viego shows, then you just run backwards. Lucian catches mid wave. Gwen is dead again. Wow, good play by 1-1-3. Unlucky timing for SLT. Renekton stun. Can't get the immune off. Leona runs mid from base because Jin's catching a wave. Cool. Nami's a little bit down in tempo, but it's whatever. Let's get the base later on because she was alive, of course. Yeah, Leona dies. Lucian Nami take over mid for a bit, which is fine, I think, because Yone is catching bot wave and he didn't need to base. Also, this Yone CS is absolute horror again. I see Yone CS in range matchup seems... Lucian's dead again. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. The game should be really hard for Koi again. The Lucian lane is... The Lucian is really far behind. Well, no, he's not behind. But Kcorp's top side ahead and the Lucian's not ahead. What do you think about 1-1-3? Yeah, I think 1-1-3 is good. I think 1-1-3 was... I think when me and Dracos had... I don't know when it was, we had like an off-season discussion. I said... probably one of the best junglers is 1-1-3. I think that guy was playing pretty good this year. I will say, I was watching him since the start of the year. His early days on Giants were a bit hit or miss, but towards the end, they got a lot more consistent. Anyway, where are we? Cabo Shard is going to level up. Boom. Yeah, good job. Otherwise, he wouldn't be fighting that. Okay, so top lane is completely over. The problem is Renekton scaling is obviously not that great against Gwen. I think at 2 items, the Gwen should be fine against Renekton, especially with Ignite. But the Renekton will have to force something. and he's already ahead, and they should be able to take Herald for free. Like, the map control they have is great. Yeah, the Syndra is gonna get blue right now, and she's so far ahead in XP. I think mid lane is pretty unplayable. I think this Lee Sin just needs to play around mid. And I mean, when you're in a game like this, you have two choices. Choice number one is you play for the Renekton lane more, and you keep playing topside, which is good because Herald's up. So I expect him to just go a little bit more top, take Herald, whatever, good stuff. But sometimes it's also good to just kind of leave the lane in isolation. Like, it's good. Renekton's ahead. He should be fine. He has the push. He can put a pink here. He can walk up and put a pink here. You know, he put a ward here. He can control the lane. Great. Now we can play towards bot side because mid jungle's ahead as well, and we can actually facilitate our bot lane now, who aren't that far behind. But because there's an objective top, they will do it. If Lee Sin was around mid right now, this Yone would not be able to step up. But Koi have bot push. Anyway, this guy should die again. Nope, didn't get stun. Close. Anyway, Lee Sin runs top, gets 6 on the wave. Good. There's no camps here, but he should probably force Herald instantly. Bot lane's already moving from Kcorp to make sure that they can force Herald. This Lucian can't match because Nami was around mid. Jhin and Leona can get the bot push. And now Lucian's really far behind. So now Jhin just has to stand here. I think what Rex is doing is good. If Koi don't walk up and contest this, then it's a free... Okay, well. I think this is the problem of not playing through mid. I think 1-on-3 is playing through top too much. Like, he's... Top will get the push in isolation. The thing is, if you're in a game state like this, and I say to my Renekton, I need top push, he can get me top push like this. He can walk up, E through the wave, auto Q. He can Iron Spike, whip it. Like, whatever the fuck he needs to do, he can get that top push no matter what. So he's holding the wave here just to zone away Gwen. So this gank is fine because obviously the wave's coming into him, but you're leaving your Syndra on the tower. And bot has a push so he can run towards mid. And then you're starting Herald without clearing mid vision. So as much as this looks int from Seiken, what vision does he have? He has vision bot side, but his jungler's on Herald, so he thinks he's safe to run top. He thinks he's safe to run top side. I think what Lee Sin should have done is he should have done Crab, ran mid, cleared out this pink, and then gone back to Herald, because Renekton needs to push another top wave anyway. I think you always need to make sure your mid laner can hold your hand. You're best friends, yeah? You ride together, you die together. If Syndra can't join you, then you've already fucked the Herald up somehow. I think starting a Herald over the wall is not good, and you should never make your team move unless you can walk through mid and control mid, which he can. Like, he can take this crab. He can chill out, right? You know, he can relax. We got the push. Reckless. Jhin can run bot and catch the wave. Top lane's monster ahead. Let's just make sure we can bring our Syndra into this game, who is also really strong. Even if Leona walked with the Syndra here, the face check is insta-dead. So yeah, they need to make sure they can get all their pieces involved in these plays, because this is just a mistake, right? This Yone now gets another kill. If this Yone didn't get this kill, then he'd be behind. But right now, he's actually ahead in gold because of this kill. Because not only does he get the kill, he pushes out, recovers CS, and gets a plate for himself. So it's like, it's not gonna fuck us, but it's just these things all together added up fuck us. You get me? Unnecessary mistakes. Don't need to do this. It might look like Seiken's mistake. I don't think it is fully his mistake, as much as it looks like a stupid play just for walking in and face checking. Yo, shares, thanks to the prime. Anyway, we're going to run mid and we're going to Herald. I think that 1-1-3 is... Yes, you can kill him. Yes. But I think you can also just bring Renekton to other lanes here. Like, heralding top here, I don't think it's good. You're killing the lane, which Renekton is always going to win. And I feel like this mid tower can be heralded just as easily if you bring Renekton down. Like, I don't really like heralding top here. The Renekton will never... like he's already so far ahead. It's not worth it to just keep getting him ahead. Like, the Gwen is worth nothing. The Gwen is worth nothing. And eventually she'll come back into the game, yes, but how do we stop her from coming back into the game? Do we keep ganking her? No. we get the rest of our team ahead, right? If Syndra's ahead, if Jin's ahead, like, it's much harder for Gwen to do anything. But if Renekton just keeps getting further and further ahead in isolation, the Gwen will eventually catch up because the champ just scales better. Because your Syndra's been sitting on the tower all game, your Jhin has been sitting on the tower all game, you're up 3k gold, but all of that gold is Renekton. So the map is not in a better state, top is just in a good state. So unless top lane can impact the rest of the map to get them as ahead as he is, or just even slightly ahead, then sure. But I don't think he can. I don't think the Renekton can do anything here. What Cabo's going to try to do now is, because top waves were pushed into tier 2, he's going to try to maybe run bot or run mid or do something around here. Like, this game state right here is perfect. Playing through bot, now he can bring bot lane to mid, Herald mid, hover in between with AD, he can walk back and catch the wave defensively. These things are good. But yeah, Renekton's going to come down and force the dive, which I think is good as well. Have to force something. This Renekton is absolutely unstoppable right now. When it's freezing top, just go fucking dive them. What happened to Legion kick? I didn't see it. Oh, okay. This should be free real estate. I don't think they can lose this fight. Nice try there by Hatrix, but he doesn't have any damage. That was later in the game, he would one-shot them. Okay, 2 for 1. Can I get more? No, 2 for 1. Good. No objective to play for, it's just 2 kills. I guess the good news about this is mid and top waves are in a good state. I think Gwen was trying to fast push top before that play happened, so this wave's pushing into Renekton, which is really good. He can base and catch top wave. Good force by Cabo. Very normal. When you push top into tier 2, you just run from base to bot, especially when you have TP coming up soon, which he did. Enemy top has TP. Much better to, instead of running top, catching the wave, pushing out all the way, and then running down here. Really useless. What he did was good. Yeah, Renekton can look at that juicy top wave. He'll catch. Nice. Gwen is even more fucked. Jin's ahead now. Syndra's ahead now. We're in a good game state, right? Now we're in a much better game state. Not ideal, because the Yone got kind of a free kill. But other than that, the rest has been pretty decent. Can debate whether they should play for other lanes a little bit more. But like the game state they have should be pretty free win. Well, free win. Okay, 1-3-1 happening again. Syndra's on a side lane, and they're playing to Syndra's side lane. Lee Sin is actually on the same side as Syndra for once. In the whole series, they're playing on the same side together. Lucian's dead. Okay, that kick angle was a bit off, but he should die anyway. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's your pressure point now? It's bot tier 1. Now they're going to cover bot tier 1. Fantastic. Great. Good stuff. Yeah, get that guy. Fuck him up. Force him out a bit. Nice. That's enough. Cool. Nami ult. Let's hit bot tower. Push in the next wave. Renekton's winning in isolation. Jin's hitting mid tower. Like, this game state is fantastic. Can't lose. Good stuff. Only small thing they could have done is, I think Renekton wasted a little bit of time here. He pushed in his top wave and then he ran up and around. I guess he was scared of Viego. I think here he could run mid and dive Viego. Small thing. Actually, no, he doesn't. He can't. What am I saying? He does run mid to try and dive Viego, but there's no wave. So I'm wrong. So yeah, I think everything they did was pretty good. They even shift Jhin down to bot. So wait, Renekton moved mid to catch mid wave, and now they're shifting Jhin down. But I feel like they need to base soon. This Syndra is kind of out of it. They're diving bot. Okay, cool. They get Nami flash. They get this tower. Cool. They're force. I like it. So really good move there. Renekton moves mid, Jhin moves bot. Keep shifting down. 1-4 from 1-3-1. They get red buff. They get bot tower. And do they lose any creeps top? No, they don't. Well, Syndra will lose a few, but really good game state. Nice. Yeah, great. Now all they have to do is just set up Drake. All they have to do now is set up Drake. I think Syndra can just chill out, catch next top wave. She should know Gwen is basing because of, like, she was completely when she was hitting that tower. Push top wave, and move down with Lee Sin. They're on the same side of the map. Great. He can bring Syndra down to get this Drake. They're going to go to Herald. Okay. Herald is fine, but I also think that you could just bring Syndra mid now and take this mid tier 1 and then get both objectives. I think what they're doing here is wrong. Because now they're losing Drake. Yeah, I think they're playing the game wrong here. So the thing is, when you're ahead, you should be able to dictate what objective you get first, right? But if you're this far ahead, you can get both. How do you get both? Well, the way you get both is you don't play for either one. Which sounds weird, but what you do is you bring your Syndra with you, you run mid on this wave, and you get this tower. Tower is low, this tower is dead. All you have to do is walk up with Syndra, walk up with Lee Sin around the side, this tower is dead. What happens when the tower is dead? They're pushed into tier 2. Then what happens? Well, then they can't push this bot wave. So that means they don't have a side to play on. Perfect. Now Renekton can push bot. Someone's catching top, and someone's here. Now you get both objectives. You start Drake, they can't cross map top because there's no top waves to play on. You get Drake, then you move mid, push next mid wave, and you take Herald. Job done. Right? The way you play for both objectives is you don't play for both objectives. You push them back as far as possible, take one, push them back again, take the second. What you're doing essentially right now is you're splitting the map. When you're, 6k gold up or whatever the fuck, you're splitting the map. You gave them bot push and Drake, and they gave you top push and Herald. That's basically what just happened. Syndra is on midwave, great. Lee Sin should have been on midwave. And if these fuckers try to run to Drake when you're on midwave, if you're, imagine your Syndra Lee Sin is here now, and these guys are running like this to Drake, then you either kill them, or you just take their towers. You're always in a winning play. You should never give them a cross map. And the way you start a cross map is if you start an objective with no mid push. That's how you give them a cross map. But yeah, I think they made a mistake here. I think they had both objectives in their bank account. Look at this state right now. Imagine this was the state while both objectives were up. Their Lucian is here, their Nami is here. Now Yone can't push bot because he knows that he'll get collapsed on. This is the map state. This is how you play for both objectives. The Herald would be useless anyway. Let's imagine Herald's not here. Yeah, everyone color the Herald out. Now look at the game. Does that Herald matter? No. Great. Now, they pushed him in here. Great. Now they'd run to Drake and take Drake because they have bot push. And if they try to move top, then their bot lane matches it, right? They would get both objectives. Anyway, it's not the end of the world, right? You got Herald, you got mid tier 1, you're getting bot tier 2, you're still pressuring the map, you're still 7k gold ahead, right? You're insanely strong, but you just gave them an extra Drake, which is just a small mistake, you know? Just need to clean these small mistakes up. Like this Drake, it's just annoying to give it to them. It's not the end of the world, but they shouldn't have it, you know? It's not a case of we should have played for Drake. It's a case of how the fuck are they allowed to get Drake? You see what I mean? Like, this should not be allowed. Right? Good play. Good job, Lee Sin. Now they can get bot tier 2 as well. Just back off. Take bot tier 2. Game is won. Guy just flashed into a wall. Guys, bot tier 2. It's very free. It is free real estate. Wow, this game is so won. It's unbelievable. Did they get this bot tier 2? No, it's 1 HP. Well, they'll get it. Whenever the fuck they want. Oh, this guy's inting? Maybe? Okay, now they get the bot tier 2. And this game is so over. They're 8... What's the math? What, 8.5k gold up? In 17 minutes? 8,500 gold in 17 minutes. Game is done. Really good play by 113. I don't know how there's no vision in this bush, but sure. Yeah, he gets here. War jump, flash kick. QQ. I think they don't have to take the fight here. They could have just backed off a little bit, but Leona wants to force it. This fighting spot is really bad, especially given that Renekton's not here and Jin's pushing midwave. Lee Sin has no flash kick. Like, you're really out of gas here. They should know they're out of gas, but they take it anyway. But it's whatever. Eventually, when Renekton arrives, they can't lose. Good. Weaves in the auto, that's how you can tell he's young. Yo, what's up, Dom? Okay, 8k gold lead. The problem is they have no dragon insurance. The good thing is top tier 2 is a very easy objective. Renekton can survive any cross map, any STP. So the objective should be very clear for Kcorp. It's just push in mid, take top tier 2. That's it. It's that simple right now. And dive whoever defends it. Can Renekton hold under this tower? I thought that he could stand on the tower with ult and have Syndra TP in if they look for a dive. But it looks like they're just going to drop bot tier 1, which is also okay. This guy should have died. Anyway, it's fine. Top tier 2 is dead. Great. All 6 towers are down. All 6 towers are down. Renekton can catch bot wave. It's not the end of the world. You have no dragon insurance, so you're probably going to have to force Nash soon. The strat is to int early and force shutdowns. Yeah, it looks like it. Dude, this shutdown shit, fucking objective bounty is... It definitely needs a little bit of tweaking, I will admit. Like... yeah, I'm not the biggest of fans of it either. You know, I'm not the biggest of fans either. Biggest of fan. Cool, I think Kcorp needs to just chill out. I think in a game like this, the way you lose it is if you get too ahead of yourself. And I think Drake is pretty free right now. It's spawning in 30 seconds. Renekton's going to push in bot all the way to tier 3. You keep mid push. I think you're playing on 2 lanes. It's fine. I think you can play on 3 with Syndra catching top wave. And you play for Dragon. Because they have 2 Drakes. Shuts down their insurance policy. Shuts down their soul. Renekton can push another bot wave. There's no rush. There is no rush here. They're not... The Gwen doesn't even have like a component toward... Well, she has a Fiendish Codex, but her second item is not coming in the next century. I don't know what this Syndra's doing. Is he catching this top wave or not? Catch the top wave, push it out, take Drake. Fantastic. Fantastic. No need to rush. You should know where they are. They've seen them. They've spotted them. Jhin and Leona are covering. Renekton should be pushing bot. He should be pushing bot to make that wave crash, to make them lose more creeps, but he's taking Krugs. They should do it the other way around. They should not lose this top tier 1. At all costs, this top tier 1 is not allowed to die. Now they need to retake control of their top side. Drake's dead. Great. Now they need to retake control of top side. Very easy, very simple. Syndra catches top wave. Leona comes out. Renekton shifts up. Yeah, good. Now they take all their vision. And they're in a good spot. Great. Love it. Big fan. Good stuff. Jhin is pretty fucking strong right now. Taking away their camps, pushing in top. Good stuff. It's impossible to siege onto tier 3s. But the way the Nash needs to work is they don't play to kill Nash. They play to bait Nash. Why? What the fuck are these wards they have? Guys, how is this legal? How do they have wards everywhere? Leona Sweeper is up. Leona Sweeper is up. Leona, can you pop your Sweeper, man? You're actually standing on a ward. Where is the pinks? Where is the pinks? Guys? Who has a pink? There's a pink in pit. That's it. Where the fuck are the rest of the pinks, guys? You have 2 pinks and a Sweeper. Where are your pinks? There's one here and one here. Mate, they have so much vision they can see into the fucking future that you're griefing, man. Anyway, it's fine. You're still up so much gold. The fight should be unlosable. But, yeah. You just have to take a good turn. Syndra mana is already kind of low, which is a bit worrying. Anyway, they see exactly what you're doing the whole time, which is kind of annoying to see. That's just frustrating. Yona TP is a good angle. The Syndra can't damage Nash because she's going to go Taken splits off from the team because, yeah, there's a little bit of disconnect, it feels like. Renekton and Lee Sin want to turn on one side, and Syndra Jhin are fighting on the other. You see it? Disconnect. Renekton wants to turn onto the jungler, or zone him away, or at least look for a fight. And Syndra Jhin are trying to fuck off the Gwen, and then Leona's hovering in the middle. So the disconnect is already pretty bad. Either the Renekton is giving up this, and he's holding here a bit more, or the Syndra Jhin are leaning more towards here, and they can run down a bit. I don't know. Feels really hard. Feels really hard. I think Lee Sin is the biggest factor here. Like, Lee Sin needs to be the one to defend him. Anyway, Lee Sin goes fucking crazy onto the Viego, leaves his Syndra to die. Now Reckless is Gale forcing into Hatrix, so he's dead as well. Tries to flash away, but he's dead. So now, you've basically traded 2 people for nothing. Wow, this is a really horrible fight. And the way they get this fight is because of the setup. Like, the setup is terrible. Like, the way the game should work is the amount of time it takes for you to do Nash should be the amount of time it takes for them to be able to face check everything. Okay? What I mean by that is that they should be scared of where you are. They should be scared that you're hiding in this bush, or that you're hiding in this bush, or that someone's here, or someone's here, or someone's here. And by the time they actually arrive at the Nash, it should be dead. Or you should be turning on them. Problem is, they see everything. I think they toggle the vision. They see Leona turning, they see Renekton turning, they see Syndra position, and they know that they're on Nash. So they don't really have to take any time to face check any bushes, because they have no vision set up. Enemy team. So yeah, this Baron start was really bad. And you could say, well, why don't they just stop it? It's really hard to just stop doing Nash now. You can't just run away. They don't know where Yone position. They think that Syndra thinks she has an escape route up, but she doesn't. Leona, you can see like how it works, right? You can see how terrible it is. You have 2 people fighting up here, and Leona's just in limbo. He eased this way, thinking he has to help bot side. Then he runs up, thinking my carries are dead. Then he realizes his carries are dead. Flashes in, trying to save them. Then he's like, oh fuck, now I'll go to my other side. Like, the entire thing is a collapse. They have no Nash damage. Yeah, they don't really have that much Nash damage, right? Jhin is low damage, Renekton is low damage, Syndra doesn't even have blue buff. So of course, yeah, their damage is low. But the setup is just dog shit. Like, even if your damage is low, I think they have pretty good turn, you know? Imagine they have vision control, or they have like decent vision here, so they're scared to face check. Leona gets a good turn with Renekton on the side, Jhin W, drop Nash, Jhin ult over here, fighting here. You know, it's not bad. But yeah. I think it's team-wide int here. Team-wide int. It's like when a cinema releases a film and motherfuckers are pirating it the next day. They can see it for free. That's basically what just happened here. Absolutely yoinked. Stole everything. Saw the whole film without paying a single dime. Saw everything. Now you have the desperation play, because if you give them Nash on an objective bounty... The problem with objective bounties is Nash is now 1,000 times stronger for the losing team. If they steal Baron, or like, if they get this miracle fight, not only is it bad because they get Nash, of course, and they kill you, of course, but the losing team tends to have standing objectives, right? Mid-tier 1's up, top tier 1's up, all tier 2s are up, like everything's up, right? So now that they come out of base, the objective bounties are pouring in like fucking gold raining down from the sky. On top of the fact that Nash gives an extra like 1k gold. How much gold did they get in that fight? Well, they were 7, yeah, kind of 8-ish k down. 8-ish k down. 7.5, 8k. How much were they after the fight? Oh my god. They're down like what? 3k gold? Well, we'll see when they come out of base and they run to waves. Here. Yeah, they're down 3k gold. They're down 3k gold. So they got about 5k, 5 to 6k in one fight. But then it's the standing gold that fucks them. Look, top tier 1. Run top 3 tower. What is happening here? Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Kcorp still... I mean, their scaling is not as good, but it's like... Is the game really over, guys? Is that it? Did we just lose the game? Running some face check. Has no ult. Dies. Team was too far. Now they get collapsed on. And chased down. Leona no flash. Leona's dead. What was that Renekton doing? Did they not have vision that they're all topside? He ulted here because they're trying to force a fight. Oh, he got stunned. Or he could stun Lucian. He has cleanse anyway. Then he does autopilot runs top. I feel like Cabochard's making a pretty big mistake here. He runs through all their vision, even though he saw them topside, and just base checks everything when his team's in mid. Then he just dies. Then they just chase him. Feels a little bit autopilot-y. Now they have Nash. They get mid tier 1. Yeah, Kcorp has no late game insurance at all. All of it spikes in mid game. All of it spikes in mid game. Leona comes out of base and gets engaged on. Yeah, unplayable. Yeah, it's over. It's really hard to fight. I feel like if Kcorp are the ones to engage and Lee Sin gets like a good kick or a good angle or something, it can be a winnable fight. But if Koi are together, it feels really hard for Kcorp to even find and engage on them. Lucian Nami is already untouchable if you have sums up. The Viego is just chilling, waiting for resets. Also really impossible to go on to because he has ult. And Gwen is immune, so... Also this Yone is monster strong. So much stronger than Syndra. Anyway. Let's see what happens, because they do get a pick on Lee Sin. Oh, on Lucian. Oh my god, this Lucian is really griefing. They kick Gwen. Wow, this was Syndra ult. This is Syndra ult damage. Also, where's the healing reduction? This is Syndra ult damage. Watch Gwen HP now, yeah? Go. That was Syndra ult damage. I guess he didn't have a lot of balls, but also this Gwen is just healing through their damage. Renekton shows up, but Renekton is already absolutely outscaled. He loses to Yone 1v1. Ooh, this Lee Sin Q was really good. Takes the Lee Sin. Look at this Q. Fucking bends it like Beckham. Gets onto Syndra. I mean, Kcorp, again, a lot of single target damage. A lot of single target damage. In W, Leona stun, Syndra stun, Lee Sin kick, Renekton W, right? One person lockdown, great. But Yone and Viego are really impossible to get on. And Lucian Nami, the only real person you can kill there is Nami, but she's playing really far back. I think CS has been playing this game really well. I think this game is done. Even after getting a pick, Renekton doesn't have TP, so it's like a 3 versus 1 for Gwen. She lives through all of it and actually comes out of the fucking 3v1 with higher HP than she started with. Yone arrives. Lee Sin's basically dead in that 3v1, so it turns into a 4v4. And yeah, the Syndra's useless. I don't know. Seiken didn't really have a good series individually. As a team, Kcorp played really well. Mid-jungle early movements were good. Jungle early pathings were great. Early plays were good. Playing for top was great. Bot lane 2v2s were consistent. But overall, individual performance from Seiken was weak. The rest of the team was great. And Koi just, yeah, good team play, I guess. Good punishing. But I think Kcorp does look better as... It's so stupid to say that this team looks better even though they lost, you know? Kind of like... Obviously it's contradictory, but... Feels like Kcorp... I mean, if you're up 8k gold 3 games in a row in 15 minutes, then I think you are the better team. Your mid game is just terrible. But then are you the better team? I don't know. That's up for debate, I guess. It's subjective, I guess. It's up to interpretation. It's like Rogue. Yeah, it's like Rogue. Yeah, it's like Rogue, I guess. Is Rogue a really good team, you know? They were until they went to Worlds, I guess, but sorry, I haven't eaten today. I think it's up for interpretation. The obvious answer is the winning team is better. But I think no one's gonna deny that Kcorp's early games were 10 times better. And I will say, I think it's easier to fix. I don't know. I think this is also subjective. I think it's easier to fix mid game than it is to fix early game, because early game is individual. Early game is a lot more individual, whereas mid game is a lot more team stuff and fundamentals and just consistency in the fundamentals and map awareness. I think getting a better mid game is easier than getting a better early game. But I think that's also subjective. Because some people might be like, well, early game's kind of easy, you know? I think early game's harder to learn. Because early game comes a lot from the individual. Especially jungle support. The individuals. It's hard to just fix the early game, you know? You can fix it by putting a band-aid on it by picking certain champs. But it's hard to just fix the early game. Or be consistent in the early game at least. Yeah, Koi's in a state right now where they group up, they win. Like, the Gwen is up a level on Renekton, wins 1v1. So is Yone, wins 1v1. But grouped up, they can't lose because they have Soul anyway, right? Soul up in 8 seconds. Like, Kcorp has to fight this. If they lose this fight, the game's over. They spot out the Renekton TP because he TP'd on a pink. If you TP on a pink, you can see it on the map. Good. He can't get much done here. He doesn't have Fury for stun. Gwen is immune. Gwen is immune, Gwen is immune, Gwen is immune. Good stuff. Chunks out half their team. Lucian dashed forwards a little bit too far there. Almost died. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, no one can die, it looks like. Well played by CS there. I think CS is playing really good, yeah. What was the first non-bubble? I didn't see it. Oh, got his flash. Second one was just out of range or flash from. Then the ult was really good. They get Nash, they have Infernal Drake, they outscale. Just right click them in the end. Let me taste this hot chocolate. I never really drink hot chocolate much, and it's not really hot anymore. Ah, it's not bad. Do you guys like hot chocolate? Yeah or nay? Yeah, Kcorp have no anti-heal. Which is kind of sussy baka. Anyway, let's listen to the cast. We may as well. What a magical moment. Ibai casting is unmatched.
Porque tiene teleport, van a seguir presionando
sí,
todo.
Sí,
Cabochar en problemas, escapa con el domino, salta con todo.
¡Va a ser victoria! ¡Va a ser victoria!
1-1-3 se muere.
¡Va a ser victoria!
2-1, victoria para Koi. Hasta aquí la serie, Mellado.
Intentan defender la base, lo tienen bastante complicado. Coldo que sigue curándose gracias a Seat que no para. El super austriaco se come la onda sónica, pero es absolutamente igual. El Palau que grita, va a ser victoria. Sí. Victoria para el equipo de Koi.
Yeah, crazy. What did Ibai say to Reckless there?
¡Va a ser victoria! ¡Va a ser victoria!
1-1-3 se muere.
¡Va a ser victoria!
2-1.
He said, Reckless, ¿qué pasa? I think. He's like, Reckless, what's up?